uncomfortable. It's so good to have all of you here, and welcome to PGTV. Today is going to be so amazing because today we have MUA Hazel Phillip. Hazel is one of the several makeup artists at Hope NYC, the church where I pastor, and she is just amazing. Everything she does is so incredible and so talented. Now, this is full disclosure. A lot of people in church have had their makeup done by Hazel. This is the first time she's gonna really do my entire look. She's done over some of my makeup, touched up at Christmas and stuff like that, but I'm excited because she's not scared of color, and I love that. So welcome, Hazel!
Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you to Pastor for the opportunity of having me here today. It's a pleasure and it's a joy, and she's also my pastor. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Yay! So today, Hazel's gonna do a look that is inspired, I think, by this green thing I'm wearing over here. So tell us, why are you starting with such a bright color?
It's because I like bright colors.
Me too.
It's like because I like bright colors, and it's how you blend the colors in together.
Okay.
You know, so at the end of it, you'll really see how all of the colors come together. Okay, so this is the color I'm using. It's a hot pink color from the Colorburst Morphe palette. So I'm going to take this color right here, dip it here.
Why are you putting it on your hand?
So that all the powder, it doesn't really like fall on your face.
Okay.
Yeah.
For fallout.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But Hazel, when did you start doing makeup?
I started doing makeup at the age of 24.
Wow.
I was working in this store in Siparia, Trinidad, called Mainly for Women.
Who's clapping for Siparia?
It's called Mainly for Women, and I met this girl from Sasha. Her name is Bernadette Jennings. And she was a sales rep. She was promoting Sasha. So I got the number and I applied to Sasha Cosmetic, where I started working with them as a sales rep, also doing the more affordable line, which is the Arista palette.
Okay.
And from there was one day, like while we were going to meeting and stuff, they chose me to be a makeup artist, and they trained me there, and from there I became a makeup artist.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many of you would have gone with pink if you wore something green? Let me see your hands. How do you figure out, like, sometimes, say for church on a Sunday morning, right? I'm wearing something and I'm like, man, I don't know what the look should. So I go on Pinterest and I'm like, I'm typing in eye color for red dress. Anybody does that? I look for yellow dress because I don't want to come out looking like I put doll all over my eyelids.
To be honest, this comes naturally to me. Like the colors, it just comes naturally. It's like I would look at a palette and think about what I wear, and it will just pop out to me.
Wow.
Yeah, it really would.
Man, so ladies, for those of you who don't have that kind of instinct for makeup, you are going to love the Preacher Girl Rebel makeup that's coming. No, don't clap yet, because I got to tell you this. It's 2 palettes of 9 colors a piece, right? But because I know that we all don't know which colors contrast each other or complement each other or anything like that properly, I designed the palette so that in every direction, this way, these 3, those 3, those 3, those 3, those 3, can all be used for an eye look in every... I know! Nice! So, Hazel, I remember growing up in church, I couldn't wear makeup at all. And eyeliner would take you straight to hell or something like that. In fact, guys, this really happened. I wore eyeliner to church one day, and this man went up to my dad and said that his daughter was a Jezebel. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of, in Christianity especially, And some forms of Christianity, they still don't wear makeup because, you know, they say that they think that if God created you a certain way, you shouldn't have to wear anything to make yourself look different. What's your thoughts on that, Hazel?
I don't agree with that. First of all, I don't have a problem with people that don't wear it, but I honestly think that that makeup enhances your beauty. It, you know, you put the makeup like and just to highlight your face. At the end of the day, it gives you a polished look.
I like to look polished.
Yes, me too. Me too.
I know what you know what you guys think about that, what your opinion is about that too. But I've noticed, and this is sad to say, but people treat you differently. If you go to a store, or, you know, and it shouldn't be that way.
No.
It shouldn't be that way, but that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Where people judge you by the way you look, and you know, before I was a full-time pastor, just being in business and stuff like that, I had to find a really happy blend between makeup, because you don't want to go, you know, you can't be in the oil industry with blue eyeshadow. It just didn't work. But you couldn't go with barefaced either, because for sometimes they felt that you didn't care enough about the job to dress up, or you didn't care enough to look presentable. And sometimes I think makeup helps you just get the attention that you need in order to get your message across. Does that make sense to you guys?
Totally agree with that.
But do you think there's a place though that we could go all the way wrong?
All the way wrong.
Like, you know, like when it's just too much. What is your opinion about that?
My opinion about that.
Yeah, like, you know, when like you just look like you dump your face inside your makeup bag. You know what I'm talking about? You know, like your eyebrows look like you did it with a Sharpie? Like a Sharpie?
First of all, I would say if you don't know how to apply makeup, take a little class or even self-start with the neutral color. Yeah, the neutral color. It's very important to start with the neutral color.
Does it hurt your tummy like if you ever...
It does. It does. It does.
It's like that for me with preaching. Like sometimes when I hear people teaching a Bible lesson and they say the wrong name, I'm like, go read your Bible. Same kind of thing. So maybe...
I actually see some of my friends here on my other job, and I would just like take a you need to blend here a little more. Yeah. I do that.
Oh
I do that.
Gosh, like
but I said I'm doing it with love.
Ruthie's in there like the contour, right?
Yes.
Like if I contour right here, I never... Melanie is forever telling me, Pastor, because I draw this big old line, and I forget that I put a line there all the time I do that. So what about the people who say that people who wear makeup are fake?
I disagree with that. I mean, if you don't like makeup, it's quite fine. But if you like makeup, I think that you should wear it. You should wear it. I really don't think that, you know, you should be judging somebody by that, because as I said before, it gives you a polished look, a finished look, and why would you wear like an Easter dress for church and then your face is bare? If you like that, it's fine. It's fine. But if somebody else wants to wear makeup, I think you shouldn't have a problem with that either. We love both, with makeup and without makeup.
Yeah, I really think, but maybe there's a time. You know, some days it's good to go fresh faced. I have a problem, I personally, not with other people, but with myself, when I feel like I can't go out without makeup on. I feel like when that starts happening, I don't know how many of you remember, 2 years ago, I actually went on a makeup sabbatical.
Yes.
And for an entire month, wore no makeup, not to church, not anywhere, and preached barefaced. I'll never forget the day my dad came from Trinidad. It was during our makeup fast, I called it. So I decided I was not gonna wear makeup for a month, and that's when my parents happened to be visiting. And so all the girls in my office decided they're not wearing makeup either. My dad walks into the office, used to seeing Ruth and Michelle and Jody and everybody looking so, you know, put together, and sees all of them there. And I think he held it in as long as he could. He comes into my office. But I think that time we were all in the same space, in the same office. And this is what he said, full, like, straight, serious face. He's like, watch them girls, watch. Remember? He's like, look how you have them looking, watch. I was like, is this the same man that used to get me in trouble for wearing eyeliner? And now you're mad because they're not wearing it. He's like, put a little, and this is what he said. He said, look, even a barn looks better with a little paint.
Can I say something?
Please, you can say as much as you want.
You ever notice that some days, like, you're just really, really feeling down, like really down and up, down and out, right? And you put on like a nice dress or even like a jeans and a nice t-shirt and put on some makeup. How do you feel?
Better.
You as the audience, tell me that. How do you feel? You feel better. You feel, you know, you feel beautiful. You feel pretty. You feel alive. It really does. That's how I feel.
So I feel the same way. I like it. Now, I like Hazel. Sometimes I fool myself and I say, I wish that I was one of those barefaced beauties, like some of you in this audience today, and
You're welcome.
you're welcome too. I live for those moments too. Yeah. Well, you know how, like my niece, for instance, I tell her all the time, oh my gosh, your skin is perfect, and I would love to just do lip gloss and bronzer, you know.
Yeah.
And some days I do, and some days I feel like that's okay, but that feels so good. It's kind of like therapy, isn't it? But when I'm on the stage or preaching and the cameras are there, I realize everything blends into one.
Right.
Like you can't see my eyebrows, you can't see my eyelashes. I have no lips, and they're there. It's just you can't see them. Now, this is another thing for me. What is the age you think, since you have a teenage daughter in the audience, what is the age at which you think women should wear makeup or start wearing makeup?
16, light makeup. Light.
Okay.
16 is the age that I took my daughter to get her eyebrows done.
Okay.
And I like light foundation and powder, light, and just neutral colors. Yeah.
Anybody disagree? I disagree, right? But that doesn't mean
Yeah.
she's wrong. My parents, I said the eyeliner thing, but really, my mom, up to this day, I've never once heard her say, don't wear that color or that, you know, because that wasn't a thing for my family. In fact, I took crayon. Guys, I was very creative, okay? You tell me you didn't color your fingernails with markers? So don't judge me. I did. Red marker on all my fingernails. Went to school, get in trouble. So, Miss Hazel, what are your views on permanent makeup? Ooh, this is a good one. What are your views on permanent makeup? Tattoos, microblading, things like that.
I think that's a personal preference. Like, that is a choice that you should make, and nobody should judge you for that.
Yeah.
Nobody should judge you for that. Who wouldn't like waking up with wing eyeliner?
Me?
And brows already done. I mean, if it helps you in the morning, because some of us have kids and this is the field that we're in, and you know, you got to drop your kids to school. You got your work to go to. So if that helps in the morning, I don't have a problem. I see no problem.
How many of you would microblade your eyebrows? I did it. I don't know if you guys know that, but 3.5 years ago, I microbladed my eyebrows, and I would do it again. In fact, I'm going to do it again, because when I don't wear makeup,
I'm going to do it.
Good.
Yes, I'm going to do it.
Because I'm telling you, it took time. It gave me back time that I really needed when I'm rushing out the door. And plus, I overplucked in the 90s. If you're a 90s kid, you overpluck because thin eyebrows were in, not these caterpillar crawled up on your face and dyed look that's now in. Long ago, the thinner, the better. Remember, Ohms? But what about the other things though? Like, what about what do you call it when you overline your lips on the outside?
To make it look fuller?
Huger.
Yeah.
Not the blush, not the pretty, not the color one, but I've seen people tattoo their lipstick on.
It's called lip blush.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like a microbleeding. Just like a microbleed. Actually, I'm going to say it. I did mine yesterday.
Okay, do you guys know she's not wearing lipstick right now?
No, I'm not wearing any lipstick. Yeah. I did mine yesterday. It has to flake out. So this is just like, this is the lip color. And it's a little bit swollen still. So when it flake out, it's going to get a natural color.
So she's just
more
wearing
like a
right
pinky.
now, it's like Vaseline,
Aquaphor.
Aquaphor on
Yeah.
her lips. So what are your views on permanent makeup, guys? You think it, but have you seen it look bad? Yeah. Me
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I think is that it could scare the daylights out of you. And you know when pretty people say, I don't know why she got to do all that, it's because you look so pretty. And I have an issue with, I do really think it is unfortunate when women try to impose their own judgments and their own, your own standards of what you think you should or shouldn't look like on somebody else.
Right.
Thank you. You know, 2 years ago, I did extensions on my lashes just to try it. Everybody else was doing it, and I thought, oh well. And plus, I had an excuse to go lie there for 2 hours. I fell asleep, snored, the whole deal, while they were doing that. Because somebody's playing with your lashes one at a time. It's therapeutic. And so I did it, but I was allergic to the glue. And my eyes swelled up. They got so red. And then one by one, all my little lashes fell off. I had bald eyes.
And this is her natural lashes now, and they are super long.
Yeah, praise Jesus. So I don't do extensions, but I like how they look on people. But I love that one video, the one with the woman on the roller coaster. So Hazel, here's a really good. I didn't blend that, did I?
It's fine.
Okay. Here's a really good question. Preacher Girl says that you don't need a pulpit. You just need a message. What could the message possibly be for a makeup artist?
Well, my message is to uplift and encourage. I think that's my message, because when a woman sits in my seat, I get the opportunity to tell her about Christ. I get that opportunity to, like tell her like what He has done for me and to encourage her. If she's not even saved, I get the opportunity to witness to her.
I love that. That is so good. That is so very, very good. And I remember a friend of mine, when I lived back in Houston, she was a makeup artist, and she did makeup for women who lost their hair for chemo. And she would just go and meet all the ladies who were not bald and just do their hair, do their makeup while they're bald, because it's so beautiful, and these women who were starting to feel like they weren't pretty anymore, all of a sudden could look in the mirror and feel so good about themselves. And to me, that was like ministry on a whole different level. And I love that.
We have our new Rebel line. You guys are just going to do that again. So, but one of you is going to get this sweater. Just because you came. So I'm going to pull out my trusty random app. And we're going to pick one of your names.
Who's gonna press it? But let Hazel press it.
Hazel, you press.
This one here, right?
Congratulations. And we didn't order these yet. This because Shell doesn't even know this. She's probably gonna have my hide when I tell her. But everybody in the audience today gets the white PG Rebel t-shirt. Everybody! That's how You probably ordered it online already, but you could get one to give away. So just for being here today to say thank you. And just a little bit of, that is pretty much my favorite item on the whole PG store right now. I love a white t-shirt, a blazer, and a pair of jeans. It's so classic. I would wear that to preach on a Wednesday. I would wear that to work or wherever I go. A good blazer, a big one, good pair of jeans, and a white t-shirt with a belt. You could do anything and go anywhere in that kind of outfit. So, and that's a really great one because it has the scripture on it and it says Romans on it. It's stark white. It's not a regular t-shirt. It's a nice unisex t-shirt. Guys, girls, even the guys here today will get one. So, congrats. Yeah, and you too. Okay, let's finish up.
We put on lipstick.
Oh, lippies.
Yes.
I can't talk to you. Shania?
You guys write it, but we're all here, so you can just say it. So if any of you guys have a question for Hazel, she's going to be taking some questions at this time. So just raise your hand and I'll pick one of you. So Kadisha, you can ask your question.
On bacon?
Yeah, good question.
I don't like bacon under the eyes at all because it tends to get like a little
Cakey?
Yes, yeah, I don't like that. I would bake the sides though. I like baking the sides. So like while you're doing your eyes, I have the sides baking around the side of my nose.
So you mean under the contour
Yeah,
right
and
here?
like the nose here.
Okay.
On both sides, yeah. Yeah. But not under the eyes at all. Never under the eyes. Baking is when you put on your foundation and you want to set your makeup, your powder. So you just like put it like in the highlighted spots, like here.
So you dip your sponge into a whole lot of powder. It's a lot, right? And then you put gobs of the powder.
Can I show them?
Sure.
Yeah.
She's gonna bake my eyes and show you.
I'm not gonna bake your cheeks.
Oh,
The size of your cheeks.
I feel so happy. I like when people do my makeup. She's baking me. I'm cooked. And you just leave it. You know, sometimes I notice when I do this, by the time I'm done, it's all gone. It's just absorbed into my skin. The translucence. And for those of you who don't know why you do this in order to cause your foundation to stay put. So it doesn't leak off your face and melt, and you know, and especially for me, after I sweat and preach and do 2 services sometimes, you notice my makeup stays on because I set it. I always set it. And some foundations like the Estee Lauder Double Wear and the Revlon Color Stay will stay all day. And in fact, it stays better if you don't spray it. If you spray it with a setting spray, those two, it still comes off. But if you don't spray those two, they will last you. You will have trouble taking it off at the end of the day. I found that too. So, but what about prepping your skin?
Yes, I prep my skin. Before I do my makeup, I always clean, tone, and moisturize, and then I put on a primer on my face.
What's your primer?
My primer is Too Faced Hangover.
Okay.
I also have a Huda Beauty. I have several of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I interchange them. Yeah.
Man, guys, don't be discouraged.
Oh, and also another thing, you see where I bake is like wherever she has her contour, like wherever like we contour, we bake there and there. So even like when you brush it out, it tends to highlight the her points, highlighted points.
We'll take 2 more questions. So who has one?
I like the way she talks.
Michelle.
Good question. I can answer it.
Yes.
Okay. Look at your veins. If your veins are green,
I have green veins, yeah.
it means your undertone is yellow. If your veins are purpley, bluish, it means you have red undertones. That was easy, right? What do you have?
That I didn't know.
So your undertones are yellow. You know how no undertones. No, invisible veins are neutrals. So there's if they're blue, if you have yellow undertones, you're in the warm family. So you'll always buy the makeup with the W's. And the ends are for you. If you can't see your veins, you're neutral. You're neither yellow nor red undertones. And cools are in the blues. Does that make sense? Okay. Welcome. Kadisha.
One last question. I think it was Kadisha.
Do you recommend doing eye makeup before your foundation or foundation first and then eye?
Okay. On a Sunday for church, I do my eyes first before my foundation. During the week when I have to go to work, I do my foundation first because it's easier. I know I'm not going to put on like a lot of makeup. I'm not going to spend much time. So I would like put on my foundation, powder, concealer, powder, and then do my eyes. Yeah. But I like that fresh, bright look, so I spend a lot of time on my my eyes on a Sunday for church. Yeah.
We can tell. Yeah. When she walks, it's like, bam! that's, yeah, she knows. I found that I can do my makeup in 10 minutes, right? But I've also found I could do it in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I realized that sometimes I take 10 minutes and people are like, wow, your face looks so great. And sometimes I take 2 hours and they're like, wow, your face looks so great. But the ones when they say great at 10 minutes, I'm always like blown away. Like, why am I wasting my time doing this if it has the same impact in 10 minutes? Yes.
Can I ask what's your 10-minute step if there is one?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like a 10-minute.
Yeah, and so like most of the days, if I come to school, if I come to work, I'm doing 10-minute makeup. If you see me on Saturday, on Thursday, and on Monday when I do prayer, and people are commenting on how nice your makeup looks, it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes, and it's because after I get up and I pray, which is my priority, and then I work out, I try to do it every day, and then I only have 15 minutes before I have to jump in my car and come here to teach school, and so can't do anything that's gonna take too long. Always moisturize. As soon as I get out of the shower, first thing, dry my face and slather on. I put on more moisturizer than I think I need. Right now, if you're a greasy face girl, you can skip that. You can do a little bit, you know, not as much as me, but I have dry skin. So I slather it on. I prefer to put too much and then wipe it off than not put enough. And I realize that if you don't do that, your makeup never sits properly on your skin, right? That's my first thing. So I put my moisturizer on, then I go and I change. I put my clothes on. So it gives that 10 minutes to really settle in your skin. One big mistake I think people make is that they put moisturizer on and then go on with foundation. You can't do that. It's gonna get all smeary and smudgy, and you'll end up using too much and all that kind of stuff. And then by the time 3 o'clock rolls around, you got creases and cakes everywhere. Don't do that. That's what causes cakey makeup. So, and another thing, I always put, and you could probably see the stains on my hand from today, I always put my foundation on my hand. I never put it on my brush. I never put it on my sponge. And I don't put it on my face direct. I put it on my hand because it warms it up, right? It warms it up. And once it does that, it kind of emulsifies, I guess is the word. And it becomes a little more spreadable. I use less that way. So I put it on my hand and then I take the sponge and I'll use a whole lot less. Another thing is, don't use your makeup to cover your blemishes. If we do that, if you've got spots on blemishes, you're gonna use too much makeup to try to get an even skin. You know, first of all, nobody's porcelain. No. You know, we're real people, and if something shows through, it doesn't make you look ugly. But you know how we do? We keep adding and adding and adding, and forget about that. One really quick 1 minute layer on your face, and then afterwards, you can focus on those one little spots. With just a dot, you see the pointy tip of your beauty blender? Just that in your foundation and stipple it.
Stipple it, yeah.
Dot, 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 that's it. And then let that sit for a second. Let your foundation sit in your skin for a second. Contours and stuff, no creams if you're doing 10-minute makeup.
Yeah.
Use your bronzer. When everything's dry, use your bronzer. A little bit of concealer, absolutely. If you've got tarantula eyes, raccoon eyes, any kind of creature eyes, any dark circles, any puffiness, handle yourself. Work on a little bit right here in the inner crease and the outer crease. Blend it with your beauty blender, right? And most of all, I mean, all of that. When in doubt, go pink. Every skin color will look great in pink, right? And just because you're darker, it doesn't mean you can't do a pink. That's an illusion. Pink will look good. If you're yellow tone skin like me, orange is gorgeous. Gorgeous on your skin because the yellow just plays up that orange so well. You'll always look pretty in orange. When you're in doubt, get a little bit of orange, put it right there. I know, Kimmy, if you do this, but whatever I put on my lid, I do it with my finger. For that 10-minute makeup, I brush in the crease, but I just dab it with my finger on my lid. And I think the color deposit is just so much thicker and richer. That way I don't have to stand there for 15 minutes doing that. I do that and I blend in the crease. That's it. If you've got your eyebrows microbladed, you take that off, right? Now I must say though, my eyebrows look like garbage. You know, usually if I don't try to do them, that's why I need to do them again. But if you've got eyebrows like most of you ladies have, nice, beautiful, rich eyebrows, then go ahead and keep those. Thank the Lord Jesus that you've got them and keep them. But that's it. Oh, and the other thing I do when I moisturize is I put Aquaphor on my lips every single day. Nothing works like Aquaphor. You guys know that? Yeah.
Good lip gloss.
Hey, you know what else it does? Try this tomorrow. When you're in the shower, right? Everybody showers with a rag. Just, wipe your lips out in the shower so it gets rid of all that dead skin. As soon as you come out, dab some Aquaphor in your lips. By the time you're ready for your makeup, look at your lips. Not a line, smooth, pink, perfect. And gloss can't do that. It's not sticky. And then come and thank me on Sunday morning. Kaylee, you work them lips like nobody I've ever known. Hold on. Shania!
Every makeup artist needs good makeup brushes. You don't just get one, you get a full set of these mint PG brushes.
Everyone. Don't be afraid to try. Try the colors. You don't have to come out with it if it looks like a creature. Just
Gorgeous.
guys, does anybody have any other questions for Hazel before we wrap up? And okay, good. I want to say thank you to Hazel for doing my makeup. Now I'm ready for prayer. And what we also said that we were going to do was a teen, like, I guess a demo for teens and stuff like that. But because of the length of the show and because we don't want to keep you here all day long, what we're going to do is post some pictures on the Instagram page of how teen makeup should look and things like that. Just before we go though, we have one more gift to give away, and Shania's gonna come with her randomizing app. Everybody's like, what is it? What is it? Why say you want to win something? Okay, so wait, who won the two palettes?
This is the one we're gonna do. We did the 100.
These palettes, right? Yeah, that's, You'll be the first, and I'm telling you, they're not cheap. They're not cheap, and I'm not gonna sell them. I'm not gonna cheapen them. We're paying
Right.
a lot to have them done, but you're gonna love them. They're gonna be the ones that you take everywhere because I love them very, very, very much. But also because of the messages. There's one, the bear one, the one that covers your whole eye. It's called bear, because I feel like that's how you come before the Lord.
Right.
You know, no matter what you're wearing or what your face looks like, He says that's how He sees you, and that's how He wants to see you. That's how He created us, and so the color that would be a nude in another palette is called bear in our palette. But then there is elevate, which is for that one when you're kind of low in your spirit that day, and it's the highlight. Get it? Yes, and it's called elevate. And there are so many other colors. Is Andira here? Do you remember some of the? There's one called prepare, and the prepare is a midnight blue.
Wow.
Because remember the 5 virgins,
Yeah.
the foolish, 5 wise, 5 foolish, and at the midnight hour, the bridegroom. Get it? So even when and this is my prayer, that it ministers to whoever it is.
Yeah.
They're like, what is that all about, and what does that have to do? Do you remember anymore? SOS. That is, of course, my favorite, and it's because it means Songs of Solomon.
Wow.
It is a rich,
SOS.
rich coffee color, because she said I am dark and I am lovely, like the tents of Solomon. It's a dark brown with minute gold flecks in it. It's just so gorgeous that you guys are gonna love it. But one of you, nobody has this yet. It's not even, we didn't even get them yet. I have samples, and that's what I've been using, but whoever wins this, you're gonna be the first person on the planet to own it. So if you need to pray, start praying right now. And of course, as a thank you for being here on the show today, Miss Hazel not only gets both palettes, but she gets everything that all of you got. They're just like, we got it. Okay, so, you ready? Is your name in there? No. You should have put your name in there. You put my name, right? Just kidding. You don't have to put my name. Okay. If I win, that would be awkward.
Okay. Ready? You press it.
No, I'm scared. You press it, Anita. Come on up. Come on up. I'm scared.
It'd be funny if it's my name.
Yeah. Who is that? Who is that? Michelle. You are So I think number 2 on the list would have been Fanaya. You accidentally touched it. Okay, Fanaya, your name was next on the list. So I'm going to make sure you get something too, okay? But congratulations. I don't think she's ever gone anywhere where she didn't win the door prize. She literally won the door prize. And I want to say thank you to all of you for coming today, for being here. Part of this show, I want to say thank you to Fanny and the whole crew. And I want to warn you that when we do get the palettes in, and we're going to have another show, and you want to be here for that. And we're already planning one for ReacherCon, and we're planning one for Christmas. And this is just my heads up to you, that the day that we open the doors for those, put your names down. Make sure you get in, because I don't want to be Ellen and I don't want to be Oprah, but I want to treat all of you really, really well, to say thank you for being here. So one more time, thank you. We love you so much. Yay!
Do you want to give a makeover for me?
Yes! Oh my gosh! One more prize. I kind of gave. Can you put my name down?
Full glass.
So Hazel's gonna do a full makeover and a full look. You could save it for whenever you need it, when you want it.
It doesn't expire.
No expiration. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. And the winner is... I love you guys. Have a good night, and remember, you don't need a pulpit. You just need a message. Because if God calls you,
No one can uncall you.
yeah!